here at White Star Sound near Charlottesville, Virginia, with Josh and Ryan from the Navigate. So I wanted to start, guys. I'm a little concerned about this interview because of that gigantic cup of coffee and those tight-ass jeans.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure there's going to be some accident along the way. I didn't get the tight G memo, man. Take me the next time we get a Hot Topic, right?
Yeah, we will.
I get my stuff together. So, all right, so you're working on a new record right now. I met you guys. You were in a band called Forever is Forever.
Yes, sir.
So tell me a little bit about the difference in the approach to songwriting now with the Navigate versus when you were in Forever is Forever.
It's like before when we did Forever's Forever, it was much more like kind of had like, I don't know, a specific style that we wanted to do, and I was younger and that was like what I was really into.
What was the style?
Just like pop rock, like, you know, that whole scene that was going on, the Warped Tour scene and stuff. So, I mean, we kind of grew out of that. And I mean, I grew out of it too, specifically because I wrote the songs when I was like 17, 18, and I was still playing them when I was 21.
And you're like 19 now?
Yeah, right. 21. But you're still playing those songs when you're 21, you're just kind of like, you know, I'm like, I mean, we made a few that we really love, but for the most part, you kind of grow out of it. And we realized, like, the big difference was, like, before I used to, like I was saying, write with a specific style in mind. Mm-hmm. And now, like, me and him will sit down, or I'll just sit down or whatever, and it's, like, just organic. Like, I try not to listen to much music at all when I'm writing stuff, so then it's more, like, you know, our kind of sound and stuff.
Sure.
But, yeah, I mean, it's just we kind of do whatever we think sounds good as opposed to, like, oh, well, it needs to be like this, or it needs to sound like that. So,
playing for yourselves versus playing for other people.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's refreshing to hear bands talk about growing out of music, too, because a lot of times, you know, saw an interview with Sebastian Bach. The guy's 50 years old, still playing 18 in life. You know what I mean? You've gone wild. It's like, come on, dude. Hanging up with that. But tell me a little bit about the studio where we are right now.
Well, this is Chris Coip and Stuart Meyer's studio, and it is incredible. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's been awesome so far. They have a lot of cool stuff here. The environment's great. A huge part of it for us coming here was we just wanted to make like a real record that just sounded like, you know, really big and powerful, and didn't sound like it was made to just be a certain way or whatever. And that was a huge draw for us, and it's just been awesome. I mean, the environment's awesome. The location is really, really cool.
Well, we're literally in the middle of it. So in terms of being creative, this is a good spot.
Oh,
you
yeah.
can't be bothered by anything.
Yeah, and it's just...
Except goats.
It makes this... And Bubba. But yeah, I mean, it's awesome. The environment's... I love the environment here. It's so laid back, but you still get a lot of work done, but, you know, in a really comfortable... It's just... You feel... It's very homey, which is awesome.
Have you written much on the spot while you've been here?
Changed things, arranged. We've arranged a lot of arrangements.
Rearranged a lot of stuff.
Mm-hmm. Now, some of the songs fans of Forever is Forever are going to remember, some things that you released before that you're going to rework. How did you go about the task of deciding which songs were going to stay and which songs were going to just disappear? Because there's some great stuff that you guys aren't going to be playing anymore.
Yeah. I mean, Need You Now was like, when we did that with Forever's Forever and the bands, we started to realize it was going to kind of, you know, like not do anything. We're like, oh crap, we recorded this song with this, and it's like, oh no, we did it with this, and like, how are we gonna do it? So I mean, we were like, we have to do it again. So that was a given for us. We were just like, you know, we have to do it. The other one, yeah, it was actually, we just decided like 2 or 3 weeks ago. We're like, you know what, maybe we should just do Dreams on the record. And I mean, that one is completely
It's kind of our
different
anthem in a way.
Yeah.
It's kind of like who we are.
Yeah. So it's cool because that was our favorite song from the old EP.
Yeah.
So it's cool to like bring that into this and kind of like, you know, be starting new and stuff. And I mean, like I said, we changed a lot, it sounds awesome now. So I can't wait to hear the finished product.
Man.
Now, in terms of change, obviously you guys, for people that aren't familiar, lost James, your guitarist, almost a year ago now.
Yeah.
It's
been about
crazy.
A little over 11 months.
So how much has that changed, not only your outlook on music, but just life in general?
Well...
It's a big question, so if you think about that.
Let me, well, with life, you know, and music connected, it's kind of like forcing us to realize what we have and what we don't have anymore, and appreciating the things that we do have, and not taking life or music for granted, because we had a lot of opportunities that we kind of not really took advantage of, but kind of took for granted, and we didn't really use our full potential for anything.
Capitalize on some of that stuff.
And with life, you know, it's one of those things where we kind of just didn't appreciate it as much. I don't think. But now it's kind of we have a totally different perspective on everything in life.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, and you guys really with that band in a course of a year, you were in AP and you got what, like 10,000 fans on Facebook.
Well,
You had-
like 3 or 4,000, but you know.
5,000.
Nobody's the page isn't there anymore. We're going to say that sounds good. 100,000, 15, whatever. So, yeah, but that stuff, you played at the 930 Club, which for people that aren't from the DC area don't realize it's a really hard room to get into. So you accomplished quite a bit in a short amount of time. And you were saying to me at one point when we were talking that this time around, just those opportunities you're going to look at a little bit differently. Now you have another 930 Club show coming up.
February 17th,
yes.
right? Yeah.
Yes.
That's exciting.
We confirmed it, and we're going to a meeting for it and all, figuring all the stuff out. So yeah, hopefully it happens. It'll be awesome.
Now the songs that are on the new EP, tell me a little bit about those. There's one actually about James.
Yeah, Never Know I wrote. It's really weird actually, because that song I started writing when everything happened with him, but not before the accident. It was before everything happened, and I just like started writing this song, and I was like, you know, just kind of how I was feeling. And at first it was kind of about like, you know, I wanted my friend to come back, and like, you know, just I wanted him to get back to who he was before, and like what happened is like, you know, all that stuff happened the next day. Literally, it was like the day after I wrote the song. So all that stuff happened, and that's where the song came from. I was like, you know, I mean, and I honestly, for a long time, I was like, I don't want to do this song. Just because I kept trying to write another one that I thought was better, you know, but because since it was about him and stuff, it was a big, big deal to me that the song be really good.
Without a doubt.
So, I mean, it took me, like, from the time I wrote that till, oh gosh, 3 or 4, like, maybe just 3 months ago to actually get that song, you know, together. But I mean, I really like it. Like the way it's turned out and stuff is awesome, and I think it's really going to be like, I think people who are familiar with the situation, and even people who have lost somebody in general, like I think it'll be something that will really like people will be able to relate to it, and I think, you know, that's awesome if I can do that. So.
Does it feel like there's any sort of weight off now that you've been able to get that song out?
I mean, a little bit. I mean, it's one of those things where, like, when something like that happens and it's, you know, something that traumatic and stuff, you never really get over it. You just learn how to live with it. And, like, there's a line in the song where, like, in the bridge where I say, these wounds are healing, but I've still got the scars. So it's like, you know, the wounds are healing, they're healed, but the scars are always going to be there, and it always reminds you of, like, stuff that goes, you know, of what happened, and, you know, just living like where we live, like going around the town and stuff. It's like you see stuff and you're like, oh, I would go there with James. Yeah. So it's hard, but I mean.
But in a lot of ways, that really helps define who you are as an adult too. Every experience that you go through as a younger person, whether it's positive or negative, helps shape who you are. So I'm sure that's going to go a lot into the new EP.
Oh yeah, for
so
sure.
you're excited now with the process of recording this. It's sounding good so far.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Oh yes.
And it's definitely, you know, who we are fully. It's with the last band, we had good times, and you know, at the time we loved the songs and everything, and you know, a lot of people.
I still love them.
We thought it was the greatest thing in the world at the time. You know,
I'm still going to show up at the shows and yell for all this stuff, man. It's gonna happen.
Well, yeah, request. Yeah. But you know, that's partly who we were. But now that, you know, it's just me and Josh, and we are writing songs. You know, his expertise is the lyrics, and you know, I am more melodic. Is that a word? Yeah. Melodic.
Yeah, you got it.
And so, you know, with my music and his lyrics, and you know, his talent and mine, you know, we just kind of work off each other, and the songs that we have now are who we are as musicians, and you know, it's what I've always felt inside musically, but we've never been able to express.
Yeah. And
now we're finally doing it and writing this album, and it's going to be finally like in a physical form, you know? And so, you know, that's what we're really looking forward to.
And then for the band as you move forward, what are the plans for playing live? Because of course, you guys haven't played live as the Navigate yet.
No.
And 930 Club, obviously, you're going to have to figure out something before then. So for live performances, you guys looking to bring on some other full-time people? Or?
We're going to hire some.
We're going to hire people at first, but we want to kind of see what happens. and try to find really, like, we want to make sure we get a great fit for the band, and like if we are going to take someone on, that is going to be someone that's like, you
They
know,
have to like communicate musically
Yeah.
like we do together.
Yeah.
And it's really hard to find that. So, you know, we're not in any rush really to
Yeah.
find permanent members.
Right. My co-host Pete, used to play drums in a band, and he just rushes the beat all the time. So when he calls you, just forget that immediately.
All right. Well,
All right.
remember that.
So we're going to record a little bit more today of you guys doing some of these songs, and then we can't wait to hear the EP. So thanks for joining me today.
Thank
awesome.
you for having us. Yeah.
All right. Thanks, guys.
I wrapped a present, I tied it with a bow, I sent it to you, hoping it would show how much I need you now. Seems like a lifetime. We've had our ups and downs, but I can promise that if this time around, if you let me in, I'll make it right, right, right. I need you now just to feel okay. I need your heartbeat to beat against me. I need you. Oh, I need you now. All the memories start racing through my head when I pass by the places that we went, all the miles we walked. I'm walking alone, and then my heart drops, a tear forms in my eye, and I can't take it. I just wanna feel alright, alright. I need you now just to feel okay. I need your heartbeat to beat against me. I need you. Oh, I need you now. I need you now just to feel okay. I need your heartbeat to beat against me. I need you. Oh, I need you now. I need you to hold me close and promise that you'll never let me go. I'm still stuck on yesterday, and I need you to help me turn the page. Oh, I need you now just to feel okay. I need your heartbeat to beat against me. I need you. Whoa.